All right, this right here, this not really even a video. I don't have much to say. Well, actually, I have a lot to say, but I'll keep it brief. This is just guys that we need to see more from, on this team. We're going to start off right off the bat with Cameron Jordan. That's the obvious choice. High-priced D lineman. Hasn't done enough these first two games. I know everyone says he's good against the run, this and that, but I need to see more than that. I know it's only 2 games, but it's been more than 2 games for him because all of last year, he had a down year. It's COVID year. It was kind of weird, so I gave him, a pass. Everyone got a pass last year. It was a COVID year. You couldn't train how you wanted to, couldn't be in the facilities. This year, that was kind of lifted. You had more leeway. And through 2 games, I still haven't, he still hasn't shown up on my screen. Hasn't popped off on your screen at all. He had 1 chance at a strip sack against Sam Darnold. He missed that, so he came away with nothing. But yeah, man, Cam Jordan, it's time for you to step up. We've had Davenport play better than you. Peyton Turner came in for 31 snaps and played better than you. We need Cameron Jordan to be an all-pro defensive end if we have any chance, of doing anything in the playoffs or getting to the playoffs for that matter. This year he has to be a top 5 guy on this team. He has to, and if he's not, he's either gonna have to get replaced, moved inside, or whatever we have to do. But we need production from Cam Jordan, and it's no other way to put it. You can't put it nicely. You can't sugarcoat it. He just has to play better. It's nothing else I can really say. He just has to play better. He's not young. He's not going through any growth things. He just has to play better, man. It's nothing else I can really say about that. Next up, Marquez Callaway. I know he's thrown into the fire as the number 1 receiver with a new quarterback and things like that. But hey, man, you're a pro. You had a great preseason. You had a great camp. He has to step it up. Through 2 games, he's done absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. I'm not saying it's his fault. I'm not putting the blame on nobody. However, he needs to step it up. He can't be the number 1 receiver and have the production he has this year. Our receivers just in general need to step it up as well. But I'm pointing out Marquez Callaway just because he's the most talented on the team. He had a great preseason. That last preseason game, it was looking like, he was going to have maybe a Pro Bowl type year, especially with Michael Thomas being out. He looked absolutely terrific. And we got to the regular season. I don't know if he's seeing different coverages. I don't know if he doesn't have the time to get open or him and Winston are on the same page, whatever it is. Him, Sean Payton, Winston, the offense, they need to figure that out because we're going to need him to be a serviceable number one guy while MT's out. He needs to be finishing games with 6, 7 catches, 80 yards, 90 yards, 100 yards, maybe a touchdown here or there. He can't go out there and give us 1 catch for the whole game and be our number 1 receiver. It's just not gonna work. It's not gonna cut it. He has to be better. The coaching staff has to be better to put him in, better positions. But those 2 guys off the rip, Cam Jordan, Marquez Callaway, they have to be better for this team. Next up, it'll be 2 guys at once, Armstead and Ramchick. Still the best 2 left tackles, the best 2 tackles, left tackle, right tackle in the NFL by a good margin. However, after that last performance against the Panthers, they have to step it up. I don't know what they have to do, to get everyone else on page, but they have to get the other linemen on the same page as them. I know Ram and Armstead got beat a couple times. They missed a couple protections, but they have to get that offensive line in order, and I'm putting that blame on him. Armstead, you're a captain. You have to make sure the 5 guys out there know what the hell they're doing. Ramchick, you just signed a $90 million deal. I'm sorry, you can't be getting beat one-on-one that easily. I know everyone gets beat. It's going to happen, but you're getting beat way, way too easy against the Panthers, and we just can't have that. We pay that offensive line too much money. I know it's not all about the money, blah, 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 but they're getting paid a lot of money to protect the quarterback, and they didn't do a good job of that. So I expect them to be all pros, Pro Bowlers this year. Don't get me wrong. However, I need more of a leadership. Make sure the guys know what the hell they're doing, man. Make sure you're on them in film. Make sure you're on them wherever you have to be on them at. Because that group right there has to be the best group on this team. The offensive line has to lead the way. It can't be the receivers. It can't be the DBs. It can't be this. It can't be that. It has to be the offensive line. They have to lead this team. And if the offensive line is great, the Saints will be great. If the offensive line is bad, you get the performance we had against the Panthers. So I'm gonna need them to step up in a big, big way, for the rest of the season. Last but not least, this may shock some of you. It's actually shocking myself that I said. Number 1 on my list, honestly, even in front of Cam Jordan, Alvin Kamara. I know. He's not playing bad, obviously. Ack is a top 3, top 5 back in this league. I think he's the number 1 back. However, has to step it up. Don't care what he has to do, but he has to step it up. If he needs more touches, he needs to say he needs more touches. That offense needs him to be great, and he hasn't been great first 2 games. So I don't know if it's Sean Payton, once again. Don't know if it's offensive line. Don't know if it's Alvin Kamara. Don't know if it's Jameis Winston. Don't care who it is, honestly. He got to get it together, and they got to get it together. Alvin Kamara should be doing what Christian McCaffrey did to us. It's no way. He's not that much talented than Kamara, if more talented at all. Kamara, there's no reason he shouldn't have 20 touches, 30 touches in the game. I know we're trying to preserve him, keep him healthy, but this isn't the same team. He's going to need his carries. He's going to need everything. We're going to need everything from him, to compete this year. So Alvin Kamara has to step it up. I don't know if it's going to be in the run game, pass game, whatever it's going to be, but he needs to get more involved in his offense very, very soon, like ASAP. Especially with MT being out, this is supposed to be his time to step it up and shine. I don't know what they got going on in these first 2 games, but they got to get back to the drawing board. There's no way Alvin Kamara shouldn't get 20 carries a game and at least 5-6 catches a game. 25 touches should be minimum for him. Minimum. I just watched Christian McCaffrey get 25 just carries against the Saints. There's no way Alvin Kamara shouldn't be getting the same. So, yeah, man, that's just a quick rant. Guys, I think, need to step it up for this team. Actually, they have to step it up for this team. They don't need to. They have to if this team want to be successful. There was some other guys that I, didn't mention, but I think they're playing fairly decent. But, yeah, man, you can throw the coaching staff in this as well. They definitely need to step it up, all of them. Dennis Allen, he was solid. That first half against the Panthers, I know we're missing some guys, but, hey, they need to step it up. Oh, actually, last but not least, the training staff. Jesus Christ, step it up. I'm not blaming anyone for getting players hurt, but Jesus Christ, we're way, way too hurt. I don't know what the hell we're doing in the off season or what kind of plans we're on or, end season, but this just can't happen. This can't happen. There's way too many injuries. I'm not blaming anyone for that because injuries happen, but come on, man. It's way too much. But, yeah, man, if you made it this far, thank you for listening to this rant. Just had to get some of this off my chest. This is the Boo Tragedies, and I'm out.